The respiratory system. Breathing misconceptions. Many people believe that the only gas you exhale is carbon dioxide. This isn't true. Actually, 16% of the air you exhale is oxygen. Another common misconception about breathing is that breathing exercises can fix bad breathing. This isn't true, because challenging and disrupting your respiration interfere with the natural flow of your respiration system. Role of the respiratory system. Air containing oxygen goes into your lungs and removes carbon dioxide and water from your body. Red blood cells collect oxygen from the lungs and carry the oxygen to where it is needed. Breathing and homeostasis. Cellular respiration releases energy. Your body uses this energy to maintain homeostasis. Homeostatic imbalance. When homeostatic imbalance in the respiratory system is obtained, many different effects happen. In the respiration system, inflammation in the nasal mucosa can be followed by excessive mucus production, nasal congestion, and post-nasal drip, which is when excess mucus drips down the back of your throat. All of these are possible side effects to a homeostatic imbalance. Parts of the respiratory system. The larynx or voice box is an air passageway from the air not to enter the lower respiratory tract. Next up, the pharynx is also known as the throat. The passageway connecting the nasal cavity to the larynx and the esophagus. The pharynx is also a passageway for air and food. The trachea cleans, warms, and moistens incoming air, while the alveoli is the main site for gas exchange. The nose produces mucus that moisturizes the nasal passages, and the lungs' main function is to help oxygen from the air we breathe enter the red blood cells. It also helps the body get rid of carbon dioxide. Structure of the respiratory system. The nasal cavity where the air enters through is lined with the mucosa. This helps trap dust and other particles. The pharynx connects the nasal cavity to the larynx and the esophagus. The larynx or voice box connects the pharynx to the trachea. The trachea is a flexible tube that runs down the larynx, dividing the two main bronchi walls. Respiration system summary. Your nose is responsible for the first filtration process of air. Your lungs are surrounded by the ribs and have the diaphragm underneath. When you breathe, your rib muscles and diaphragm work together in order to breathe. The breathing process. Hair in the nose traps large particles. This is part of the nose's aerofiltration system. When you inhale, your rib muscles contract. The diaphragm flattens, contracts, and rises. Then the chest cavity gets bigger. When the chest cavity gets bigger, the air pressure in the lungs is lowered, so air goes into the lungs. When your rib muscles and diaphragm relax, the chest cavity gets smaller, causing the air pressure in the lungs to be bigger, so the air rushes out. Breathing and speaking. Air that gets out of your lungs is a big factor to allowing you to speak. When you speak, your vocal cords move. This causes air to vibrate, which allows you to speak. Gas exchange and how it occurs. Gas exchange is when a blood cell travels through the alveolus, and the blood cell has a lot of CO2 and little O2, and the O2 attaches to the hemoglobin, and the red blood cell and the CO2 travel through the alveolus. Adult lungs have about surface area of the alveoli. Adult lungs have about 300 million alveolus in the body. Adult alveolus can cover 100 meters squared area. That's as big as a 3-bedroom house. Graph on what we breathe. You might think that we breathe a lot of oxygen, but you really don't. In the chart, you see that you breathe in about 78% nitrogen, 28% oxygen, and 0.3% carbon dioxide. Also, people think that you exhale a lot of carbon dioxide, but you only exhale 4%. Most of what you exhale is nitrogen. The end. I hope this was